Okay, we are at the CMS.gov website, and this is the Medicare coverage database where we are going to look up the LCD articles. Notice here you'll have an enter keyword, code, or document ID, and then over here you're going to have, you can select the state that you're looking for. The keyword, you can enter a description of the CPT code. It's a little bit more difficult to find by a keyword. The easiest route is to do it by code, or you can do it by document ID, and once we find one, I'll show you what that document ID is. And then you're going to want to pick whatever state the service was done in. For this particular walkthrough, I want to show all states what it would look like. So I'm going to pick the CPT 20552, and then I'm going to select the magnifying glass. And as you can see, these are all of the MACs that are doing the billing process for Medicare. So depending on the MAC, they may have various states. So that's why on the first screen it's important to click whatever state that you're on. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to look at this one by first code service options, and I'm going to click, this is the article ID that you can also search by on the main page. When I open this up, the first part is just the contractor information, and then it tells you right here what states this is for: Florida, Puerto Rico, and Virgin Islands. The article ID, so if you use one a lot, you want to jot it down. If you ever want to search by the article ID, you can do that. This is the title, this is the type, and then over here is the effective date, as well as any revision, effective date or ending date, and then retirement date. So let's say they decide to retire this article or LCD, then you'll see a retirement date here in case you ever need to do any type of retro audit looking back. So the first part is really just article guidance, and it's going to give you more information about the documentation to support the medical necessity. What you want to jump down to look at the actual diagnoses is you want to look here. 200552 is in group 1, and you want to look at the ICD codes that support medical necessity for group 1. So you can see here that the MAC has determined there's a long list of what diagnosis they would consider as payable for this particular procedure. So what you're going to want to do is make sure that whatever the documentation, you have to make sure it's documented. You can't just code from this, but you have to make sure that it is whatever code selection, it supports the documentation in the record. So that is a quick walkthrough of how to look up the article. Next, we're going to go through a couple examples, and then we'll go through a video walkthrough of those specific examples.